Okay, so I think this is part 2. It says in the title, but this is the shifter cart build. Recent more videos coming out soon. I ran into a few roadblocks with that thing, but I was just about ready and my steering broke, so we got to rebuild the steering on the racing mower, get a better system. But anyways, we just got steering done on this one, not steering, but the front end done. So basically, I changed the plans for the back. That's too little of a space, so what I'm going to do is the bed goes back here. So I'm going to probably not use this seat because look at it, it's not meant for one person in the middle. So I'm going to use one of my nicer seats, and this roll bar is going to be moved to the back right here, and then the bed's going to go back here, and then the seat will go in the bed, and then this will just be covered up, so then you have way more leg room, and it's really comfortable. You'll see it later. There's the bed. So anyways, I done a lot of cutting. I've gutted a lot of the plastics in that thing to make it fit, but basically I got front end on just like that. It's nice. There's no play in the shaft whatsoever, so that's nice. And the ball bearings that don't get any play. This I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna use this at all. I have some nice ball bushings or whatever to use the steering rods, and I'm gonna do two. One to there, and my little steering thing, just like a go-kart, and then I'll have that for reinforcement. In case I hit something or something, it's not going to bend that rod, or it might, but it have strength at least. So, basically all I did, sorry I didn't get to do this on video, but all I did is I welded some flat stock up here, and then I just drilled a hole through the flat stock and this thing and just bolted it right on, 2 points, and it's solid. Because I didn't weld this directly on, because if I ever want to remove it or use a different steering, or if I break this, I can take it out and replace it or fix it or whatever, or rebuild it. But this was the original mounting point. It went on the old go-kart project that we scratched off. I just pulled it off the front of there. I'm just going to use the whole thing for parts. Maybe I'll end up using the frame body at some point, but not anytime soon. So that's the plan for now. I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to clean up for the night, but I'll see you guys in a second, because this would be lame if this was the only part of the video. I'm going to do less talking, and I'm going to get more shit done. Okay, so, update. I got sprocket in, I got some cut in there, so that's on. It's decent. I'm going to get my order. I ordered the hub for the disc. I'm going to use the disc brake off of the pit bike, off the rear tire of the pit bike that this engine came through, but I had to buy a hub to put that disc brake on, bolted to, so the hub's coming. I got my steering, I got some ball joints for it right here. Nice ones. So then that's gonna go from here to there. I'm not gonna do a rod from there and there to there. Just gonna do one rod, because I only got two of the same. I got more than two ball bushings, but those, I want them all the same, so that's the two that I got that are the same, the best ones. So this plate, I'm going to drill a hole right where that orange mark is, and then it will slide down, and then that will be the stopper. So how I did this, sorry, I'm going ahead. I got a nut. So first I got some flat stock, or first of all I got a nut, right? This is a square nut, and then I got a pipe fitting that this fits tightly inside of. And then I just kind of got the socket and just wrenched it in there, cross-threaded it because it's plastic, so it will go in there easy. So that's in there, and I just throw some grease in there, but it just fits in there nice. Just like that. So that's just basically a nut, and then I got some flat stock right there just so I can weld it. Otherwise, I'd only be able to weld it right here, along there. So I got some flat stock going up, weld it there and there to hold it better. But here, I can show you what one of them nuts look like. Over here to my hardware store. Let's see if I can find one. Here we go. just the nut, and then I had one of these pipe fittings just get threaded in there. The nut's too big, but just like that, just threaded in there. So I welded it like that. I screwed the pipe fitting in there, and then the pole fits in there nice and clean. So that's what I did. But anyways, so I'm gonna get this plate drill hole drilled there, and then I'm gonna do as much travel as this. So I'm gonna do another hole. It's measuring off there, so another hole about here. Okay, so I got this in there. I just gotta weld it. It's just, you know, in there it turned. Yeah, it's not connected yet, but I'm gonna weld that right there, and then it'll act as a stopper and hit against that white piece. And then it will, sorry, I'm doing one hand camera and one hand on this. And then that will also, this other hole, steering rod will go in from here to there. Just like that. Anyways, so I'm gonna weld that in there quick. Okay, so I had to shut the door a little bit to get lighting better. But I got, stop complaining. Meow. So, I got this steering done. Nope. Got the steering done. I got my ball joints in there. This was my weld. This was my weld. That weld was already there. So I just, you know, on the steering rod, whoever had used this before welded it. But anyways, I got my bushing. I showed you that earlier, and all it does, just like that. So you turn the steering wheel. Let's just set this up here, a relative idea. So you turn just like that. So that's that steering system. And if you didn't have this top part to do another rod, you could do make a second one of these rods and go from here to there. So then, but I did that and then that because that was just what was easiest. Get off of there. So that's that for now. I like the turn in it. Sorry, the cat's like. But then, next step, let me turn that straight. Next step is going to be to build the V that goes from here to the frame there to the frames to like support that. And then I'm gonna build the pivot right here and then the paddle shifters, which is gonna be sick. So I got some packages in the mail, so let's hope those are the parts for the paddle shifters. Okay, so now I showed you that steering. I cut 2 of these at an angle like that, and then they are going to be put here and here, and then they're at an angle to go with the rod, and then there's going to be a piece of flat stock welded across with a hole in the middle of it so the steering rod can go through. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, so I got them both welded up. This one's a little crooked, but yeah, this one's a little crooked, but I don't really care. So who cares? It doesn't need to be perfect, but got them, and then all I gotta do is weld a piece of flat stock on top of that, like flat. Don't touch it because it's hot. Flat like that, and drill a hole, and the steering rod will go right through that. So what I'll probably have to do is, let me see here, is put that steering rod on first and then slide the flat stock over it so then that'll be welded in there. It's not too bad. Just go like that, but that's that for now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna hopefully start working on the paddle shifter system. Kitty stopped crying. Oh wait, never mind. So that's that for now. So here's more of what I was doing. It's a tight fit. So, but That's what I wanted, so the rod doesn't move on the flat stock. What I did is I cut exactly in the center of my piece of flat stock, and I purposely made it longer because I wouldn't know where the rod wants to exactly sit. So then I'm gonna put the cover on and mark where I need to cut it off. First I'll weld it on, and after I weld it on, then I'll just cut off the excess on each side. And that'll be that. So, you're clawing my chest. So, that's that for now. I'm gonna do that quick. Just slowly making progress here. I got carburetor on. My nice cheap air filter, but it'll work. But whatever, cheap carburetor. Should work though. And then have the nice choke lever on it. This is the old one, I mean, it's just as fine, but just different carburetor. $12 on Amazon. And then I got my steering done. I don't care that it's crooked, but it doesn't hit on either side of those. So that's good. And then, yeah. What I gotta do is I'm gonna cut these off, and I'm gonna buy some new, because those are worn down a lot. Like, you can feel like the difference. There's probably a 1/16 of an inch bump right there. I'm gonna cut that off and just weld. I have to do a 4.5 inch long one for the new front wheels I got. So I'm gonna weld a 4.5 inch piece of 3/4 on each side. I'll have someone help me with that because I want to make sure I get them straight. But anyways, have that on there. There's a hole right there, and then in my steering, I'm gonna drill a hole in this piece. I also need to weld this piece to the steering wheel, but I haven't done that yet. And then that will just slip right over there. Just like that. Paddle shifters. I got my other cable for my paddle shifters. It's around here somewhere. Right here. It's my second cable I got. Maybe that'll probably be next video. I'm gonna do paddle shifters, but this is it for this video. It's kind of boring video. Sorry about that. Need to get more fun stuff in there, but I also want to do exhaust soon. And then, yeah, but then I want to do my fuel hookup. But how you have to do a pump on these, I think, is you have to do going to the carb, doing above, and then do a T up here, and then one line goes down and one line goes back to the tank as a return line, so the carb can take what it wants. I think you only do that for an electric. I think if I'm just tapping into here as my pump line and putting the line in there and go out, then I can just hook it directly up to here, that's what I'm gonna do. But if it floods out or doesn't work, then I'll reconnect it. But next video will be how to do that. So that's about it for that for now. And see you guys in the next video.